In today's show, we are going to be diving deep into unconditional forgiveness. And why did I choose this topic? Because if you've been following previous shows, you're probably aware that there's deep work happening. Even though if from the outside, it might look like, oh, you're just doing a breathwork. You're just attending some sort of code download teaching. But through breath, we're able to access deep parts of our subconscious mind, deep programs that we were encoded with just by the simple fact of being born in this time and this vibration. But through this infinite potential that lies within each one of us, that is easily accessible through breath, we have been delayering our subconscious. We have been delayering different programs and vibrations that we were holding unconsciously or consciously as a defense mechanism, as a way to survive. But the time of surviving is done. Now it is the time of thriving. And unless you always want to go through life just barely catching your breath, breath of life is one of those essential tools that support you into not just catching your breath, but breathing deeply, exhaling, and acknowledging that everything is the way it's meant to be. Unconditional forgiveness is a crucial and essential step that I invite you today to journey with me through breath that will support you and empower you to reach a new state of awareness, to be able to truly move in your spiritual journey. In many communities, spiritual communities, conscious circles, and of course in any other circle and community around the world, but I see it a lot in the conscious community. People talk about ascension, about higher vibration, of quantum leaping realities, of evolving, of the new earth, the new paradigm. But then there's triggers that come up, and it might be their parents, it might be their best friends, it might be their old partners or colleagues, their ex-husbands or wives, their kids. And that's why I've decided to do this journey of unconditional forgiveness, because I realized in my own journey that the only way I can look forward, the only way I can dream big, the only way I can be bold enough to dare fully to commit myself to the path is if I don't have to look back. And the way I don't have to look back is if I don't hold any hatred, any anger, any low vibration energy and emotion towards something, someone, or some place that for some reason it created this blueprint, for some reason it created this idea that I'm not good enough to be forgiven for my acts and my decisions and my choices, or they are not good enough for me to forgive them for whatever reason they did. And yes, unconditional forgiveness includes forgiving the rapist, the murderer, the oppressor, the dictator, the ones that kill, the ones that torture. It's not an easy journey, but it's a simple journey. Really, nothing easy really is worth living for, but it's simple. And simplicity is what life is meant to be. And it all depends on you, beautiful being, making the decision. Like every session I do on Conscious Vitality, I bring forward an opportunity to make a decision that only you can make. It's either to hold on to that memory of the past, or dream boldly and get excited and step into the present and project into the future. Unconditional forgiveness is that pillar that once you learn how to apply it, which we are going to experience today through breathwork, once you learn how to focus and direct it, to whatever situation or person or place had or has created a charge in you. You're able to not take it personally. You're able to look at it from a higher perspective and let go at that moment. And that way you will never have to look back, and you can only be rest assured that you're going to be enjoying the most beautiful present moments and excitement towards the future. In the times that we're living right now, sometimes I get a phone call from my family members and they're hating upon Putin or what's happening in Ukraine or what's happening with certain political parties or what's happening with scientists or pseudoscientists or their neighbor. I get so many conversations from people complaining about somebody else, hating others because those other people are committing some sort of pain or tragic event on another person or population. And I'm not defending either party. I'm just saying that we really want to heal. This is the time to first forgive ourselves for whatever we've done and accept ourselves. And second, once we forgive ourselves, forgive others for what they've done, what they're doing, or what they might do. And it's a beautiful journey. Learning to forgive yourself, it's such a beautiful blessing that we have as human beings. It doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter your ethnicity, it doesn't matter your social, economic status, it doesn't matter the degree of what you've done or what has happened to you. Forgiving will liberate you and will take you to a whole new level of vibration. Just think about this. What will happen in your life if you were able to let go of that anger you have maybe towards a family member for whatever reason? You know why so many people are unable to forgive? Because not forgiving gives them an excuse to have certain patterns, certain ways, certain behaviors. And that certain behavior is their excuse to not be performing at their best, to be happy, to be in full service. You ask them, why are you not pursuing your dream? Oh, because of this, because that happened to me. And then it's an endless spiral. And this journey of unconditional forgiveness is for those of you that are ready to step into the present, that are ready to never look back. And if you look back, it's just to fill yourself with the emotions of all the blessings and all the teachings that have come into your life. Just to acknowledge all the beautiful moments in your life and to keep going forward. Today, we're going to be doing a breath journey focused on unconditional forgiveness, which is directly tied or linked or it signifies for me unconditional love. Forgiveness and love are one. You can't love unless you forgive, and you can't forgive unless you love. They're both needed. So if you're ready, I'm gonna explain first, if it's your first time joining, what the mechanics or the steps of this breath journey will be, and then we'll go right into it. We're gonna have a space to lay down on our back, so ensure you have a quiet, comfortable space. If you're watching this on replay, you can pause the video and find maybe a nice mat, a blanket that you put on the ground so you can do the breath work. If you're watching this live, I'll give a few seconds while I explain so you can find that ideal space. This breath work is conscious connected breathing. We're going to be breathing in and out through our mouth, deeply, and letting go. The inhalation is deep. The exhalation is just sighing out. And as you can see, there's a continuous circle of breath. As I inhale, I exhale, and as I exhale, I inhale again. There's no pause between inhalation and exhalation. And what this creates, it basically bypasses your conscious, rational mind. And when we're doing this, it allows you to just more deeply fall into the experience. to stop thinking so much and just start feeling more. And there will be a few moments where I'm going to invite you to hold your breath. So I'll do a countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale, and we hold our breath. And when we hold our breath, just let go. Hold your breath, relax your body, and allow yourself to experience what it feels to be fully submerged in the bliss of the ecstatic breath hold. And this can also happen in the exhalation. I might do the countdown and be like, inhale deeply, exhale fully, hold your breath. So these are the basics of the breath. I will guide you through each and every single step. You don't have to remember. There's a few things that can happen when we're breathing like this. You might feel tingly sensations. Your body temperature could rise or go down. You could feel lightheadedness. All of that is perfect. It's part of the experience. You're breathing at a higher rate than usual. For some of you, it's the time that you've been the most aware and the most connected with your breath in your entire life. So expect changes to happen. And after we do certain rounds, we will come to a resting pose, Shavasana, where you just have to rest, and I'll guide you to the rest of the exercise and experience today. If you're ready, I'm just going to invite you to sit up, to open up the space, and then we will continue to lay down on our back. In the meantime, make sure you have good audio. Make sure you have a charged cell phone or computer or iPad, whatever you're using. Headphones are highly encouraged. Speaker also works. I invite you to sit up straight. Close your eyes.